Hello and welcome to the Creative Woman Cafe, a place where your creativity flows. So I know it probably looks like I'm going to do an ad for a tool company here, but that's not actually the case. But I wanted to show you this because I am amazed at what a great right-brained organizational system this is. And I know you probably think that's an oxymoron. Anyway, I've only had this for about a week, and it has totally transformed my tool organization. In fact, the reason I had to buy this was I didn't really have a system for organizing my tools. I mean, I do have a toolbox, but even what tools should go in the toolbox has been a problem for me. I often fix water errors, and I knew when I bought my first socket set, the strategy was probably to keep it all together. But after about the 10th time of needing just 2 sockets to fix water errors, I ended up putting it in the toolbox for fixing water errors. And I remembered that that's where it was, and when I needed it about a week ago, I went there to get it, and guess what? I guess I had used it for a different project, and it no longer resided in that toolbox. So I found I was just wasting way too much time looking for tools, and this was on sale for $100. It's usually $200, okay? I know that sounds like an ad. Anyway, I'm not trying to sell you this, but what I want to point out is how well this works as a system. And so the way I'll do that is I'll just tell you a quick story. I had to cut a couple little pieces out of a metal plate. So I grabbed this little hacksaw and I went over to a bench where I could cut them out. And of course it took me a couple tries to get these things the right depth and width. And so every time when I was finished cutting and going over to where I was going to install the thing to see if it fit, I would just lay this on the bench. Well, of course, the last time when it did fit, I screwed it into place and completely forgot about this. Now, if I had had this yellow toolbox like I used to have, I would have never noticed. But because I had this one, when I went to put it away at nighttime, it had this missing space here. And so I went, oh, that's right, the hacksaw. So I went over to the bench and I got it, and I put it in here. Whoop. Okay, well, one way or the other. Yeah, that was right. Okay, there we go. So then it was complete, and I put the toolbox away. And because I've only had this for a week, you may be thinking, yeah, right, give her another 6 months and she'll have tools all over the place. And that's kind of what I thought too, and I kept thinking, Kathy, don't mess it up, because this is so convenient to be able to find everything you need quickly. Anyway, I've used these tools at least 4 or 5 times. Different tools, screwdrivers, the socket, this, anyway, it doesn't really matter, but I've used a number of the different tools here, and as you can see, they're all back where they're supposed to be. So having this empty space that's shaped like the object that's supposed to go in there is just perfect for right-brainers, because that's the visual cue that we need to say, hey, something's missing, and put it back. Anyway, I am pretty sure there's lots more things out there that function like this. Like I say, I just bought it because I couldn't find my tools. I had no idea that this was such a great right-brain organizational system. So I'm hoping that other people out there have found things that work just as well, and I'm hoping that you'll share with us the solutions that you've found. And I'm going to keep my eyes open too and see what else I can find, because it is so nice not to have to look for tools. Anyway, if you haven't already, join us in the Creative Woman Cafe, where we explore the holy grail of creativity and learn to direct our creative flow more productively.